It's the final weekend of the regular season, and something's got to give. 24th ranked Georgia comes to Columbia looking for its first SEC Series victory of the season. Missouri at the bottom of the league looking for the same. With former Tigers hurler Matty Gerlach, I'm Nate Gatter. So glad to have you with us on this Thursday evening. Matty, neither one of these teams has yet won a series in the conference. For Georgia, coming off a midweek win over Georgia Tech. Wave and a miss by Goodnight. And after an 8-pitch battle, McCann gets the strikeout. Payoff. Allison ticks it into Crenshaw's mitt. Back-to-back Ks for McCann to open the night. Jaden Goodwin now pulls it down the right field line. Fair ball into the corner. Extra bases for Goodwin, who stops at second with a stand-up two-out double. Her 10th two-bagger of the year, the first Bulldog into double figures this year. 2/3 innings. But she punches out the side around a two-out Goodwin double in the first inning. 3 big punch-outs from McCann. All get out there and play again.
Right, she knows this is her last hurrah and is willing to put her body on the line for her team.
Demonstrative reaction to the 4-pitch walk to start the bottom of the first. Safe to say that even with Missouri all but out of contention for an
a lot of fierceness behind that.
To first, it's a fair ball kicked away into foul territory, and Abriscato reaches on the error by White. Walker ropes it into left, a base hit. Stop sign for Crenshaw, and the Tigers have them loaded with nobody out. Two-two. Ebbs to first, White handles it, comes home for the force out on Crenshaw. Smoothly handled by Esther White after her error earlier in the inning, and Georgia has an out on the board.
Yeah, a pretty smooth play here from Esther White at first base. Julia Crenshaw gets a great lead, but isn't there in time.
Lifted to center field. Goodnight is there. Abriscato tags. The throw is cut off, and Missouri takes a first inning lead on the sacrifice fly by Cara Daly. Reached on the error, and in fact any subsequent Missouri runs will all be unearned. Ball 4, the second backest walk of the inning. Up to Grove aboard, and the bases once again full of Tigers for Kaylee Langer. First inning for Lily Backus. 27 pitches, an unearned run across, and the bases juice for Missouri. Payoff to Langer. Strike 3 called. Lily Backus limits the damage. The one thing that's been constant is that she walks a lot more than she strikes out. Lifted to left, long run Cahalan at the wall, it's gone! Just the second home run of the year for Lindy Ray Davis. And Georgia ties it right back up in the second inning.
And this is why it's so essential for those Missouri pitchers to get ahead in the count. Going 3-2, being forced to throw a strike. McCann just really hits a pretty good spot. Lindy Ray just totally expecting a rise ball from McCann and is able to drive it and use some of that pop to just skirt it over the fence a little bit.
There's Emily Digby, the shortstop. To second base, off the outstretched glove of Wilhelm. And into right, a base hit. So Georgia with a couple of knocks. Softball season in history. Set their series attendance record against LSU and their single game attendance record against LSU. Swing and a miss, a 4th McCann strikeout. Georgia still has not been retired on a ball in play. Back to the circle, McCann takes the sure out at first base. That allows Digby to move in his scoring position with 2 outs. spread across just 9 batters. Popped into short center. Wilhelm out from second base, and the inning is over. Georgia strands a runner at second for the second consecutive more games than they typically did in the Big 12. Strengthens the case. Shallow right toward the foul line. Gordon makes the call and the catch. Oklahoma's lost 5 games in the SEC this year. Texas has lost 8.
Yeah.
Cahalan rolled to third. Williams retires her. Quickly 2 down for Backus. Top of the Missouri order. Has yet had a low-stress inning tonight, but Backus is on the doorstep. And Crenshaw waves and misses. A 1-2-3 frame for Backus, polished off by the strikeout of Crenshaw. All even to the third.
Well, no matter what she has to use to do so.
Softly popped up near second base. Wilhelm takes the pop-up for the first out.
Number 4, second baseman, Tyler.
Lifted into right. Abriscato, 2 down.
McCann doing
Jaden Goodwin. To short, up to Grove. McCann answers the 1-2-3 inning from Backus with one of her own. Home third coming up next in a tie game. Also got a win at Mississippi State in Starkville and at Ole Miss in Oxford. Swing and a miss by Abriscato, and Backus has the strikeout, her third every season. Scooped over to the right side. White on the move, makes the catch. Tough play for Esther White, redeeming herself for that. Taylor Ebbs to White. She knocks it down. Close play at the bag. Ebbs is saved. Just moments after that great catch in foul territory, White mishit. The pink has agreed with her. Waves over the Backus changeup and strikes out. 2 punch-outs in the inning for Backus, 4 in the game. She works around a 2-out error, and we... Wave and a miss. Another Marissa McCann strikeout, her 5th. Driven to right field. Abriscato got turned around. It's over her head and bangs into the base of the wall. Davis digs into second with a double.
if you were on the mound.
Floated down the right field line. Long run. Abriscato makes the catch. Bras on the move. The throw is there. Double play. Stefania Abriscato. Stefania Abriscato fell down to allow the double over her head. Talk about redemption. A rocket across the diamond. And a twist. The bases loaded. Strike three called. It's a 5th K for Lily Backus. Bunt back to the circle. Backus gets it to the covering Ellison, who did well to get there in time. And Langer is retired. Balls 1 strike on Wilhelm. Off her hands, similar spot. Ellison wanted it, but Gordon slides in to make the catch. Sarah Gordon. Hasn't yet been any action in either team's bullpen, really no reason. Another McCann payoff. Williams waves and misses, and Marissa McCann has her 6th earlier this season. Popped up, shortstop up to Grove makes the call and the catch. Those 7 punch-outs came against Minnesota. So McCann has mostly feasted against the Big Ten. In the midweek a couple of weekends ago, or a couple of weeks ago, I should say. Pitch comes in and hits her. So she is aboard. Great things about her and about probably having a senior who's played as much softball as she has. Back to the circle on the bunt. McCann, the bare hand, Goodnight beats it. 2 on for Georgia with 2 out. She does not stray from her game plan, from her mental approach. She's not going to be fazed by a couple of sluggish at-bats, and she finds a way on base.
She needs to do something besides just spin the ball up. Isn't tremendously successful with it yet, but is trying to change eye levels.
Ellison couldn't hold up. A big 7th strikeout for Marissa McCann. Cahalan into left center, playable for Goodnight. And that's the first out. Crenshaw has walked and struck out. 1-2 pitch from Backus. Swing and a miss. Crenshaw goes down. The 6th peen against her. The only 2 to reach in that stretch were both on errors. Ball 4. The first base runner Backus has allowed of her own accord since a walk to Madison Updegrove with 2 outs.
If she does throw a strike, I think it's going to be on that off speed.
Wave and a miss by Walker, and Backus gets out of it with a 7th strikeout. McCann and Backus, 1 run apiece, 7 strikeouts apiece. To the on another level from anybody else. Tie game to the 6th inning. And a fly ball into center field. Well hit. It is out of here. Georgia on a 2nd leadoff home run, this time from Goodwin, takes the lead in the 6th inning. Lindy Ray Davis in the 2nd, Jaden Goodwin in the 6th.
Yeah, and Georgia has hit it out of the park. She's really had a great year, a good pitch to drive, but she continues to take step forward throughout her career. And she's done a great job of putting this Georgia team in the lead.
Georgia has 6 hits. Sarah Gordon bounces it to Updegrove. Long throw, just in time. The Georgia dugout immediately signals for a challenge. Has thrown since the 1st inning tonight. Davis off the end of the bat, corks it into short left. Updegrove goes well out for the catch. Softly hit toward the middle. Updegrove moving toward the bag, makes the play. A couple of good plays by Updegrove. In fact, she records all 3 on Saturday. Ebbs with a leadoff walk. The only inning in which Missouri has scored a run was the 1st. And that rally started. Sacrifice fly in the 1st, a strikeout in the 3rd. She shows bunt, pushes it to 1st. Blackston into scoring position on the sacrifice bunt. So Daly has sacrificed twice through the air and on the ground. It goes 3. 2-2. To short, Blackston moves up to 3rd. Digby takes the out at first base. Perhaps a dangerous decision by Danielle Blackston, but Digby decided to retire up. Dodge drills it to center. Goodnight went the wrong way. It's gone. A pinch hit 2-run homer for Maya Dodge. And Missouri takes the lead with 2 outs in the 6th.
Wow. What is so cool about this at-bat is that Maya Dodge is not an everyday starter by any means, but she is the first hitter to come off the bench in big situations like this. Comes in cold, is able to get a piece of Lily Backus. And here we're going to show you Backus throws a drop ball in that lower half. Dodge reaches down with her hands and just smokes it over the center field wall. A really nice piece of hitting, a straight line drive. Kudos for her being a pinch.
Wilhelm has a pair of flyouts to the right fielder Gordon. She goes into center. It is deep. It is gone. Abby Wilhelm's first collegiate hit is a big fly to go back-to-back with Maya Dodge and make it 4-2 Tigers.
Not the part of the order that we were expecting here. We watch. Again, a pitch lower half of the zone. Didn't look like it had much movement on it. Wilhelm just gets a really nice piece as Backus leaves that ball over the plate. And again, drills a pretty hard line drive over the outfield wall.
Cahalan into left. It is caught on the move by Goodwin. Abby Wilhelm had started only one game all year. Enjoyed on the 1-2 pitch, or the 2-2 pitch that missed, where the Missouri crowd wanted. Crenshaw's smile that you could see even through her mask. Davila waves and misses. Piniella has the strikeout to start the 7th of the year. Miller toward the middle, up to Grove on the move, off balance, got the out. Start a 7-game winning streak tonight. Pennell's 1-2. Swing and a miss! Back-to-back 2-out homers in the 6th from Maya Dodge and Abby Wilhelm. Set the table for Taylor Pennell, and she slams the door shut for a series opening victory over Georgia.
Missouri was really firing on all cylinders tonight, from the pitching to the hitting to the defense. Didn't make any costly errors or mistakes this game. Kind of put all the pieces together, and that's what this Missouri team has been wanting or yearning to do all season long.
Maddie, I say this with deep and abiding respect for every player who is talented enough and tough enough mentally and physically to play the game at this level.